I come off very cold, like RBF. I'm not like a warm welcomer, like, be my friend. I love you so much. I'm just like, do I have to talk to you right now?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Love SND, the space where we laugh too loud, talk too fast, and share just enough to make our husbands nervous. Today, we're doing something a little different after a few close friends told us that the people that they hear on this podcast don't exactly match the people that they know in real life. I was shook and didn't know how to solve this problem. So we called them out in the nicest way possible and asked them to basically be brutally honest with us, right? What are we really like? What is the truth behind the mics? So let's get this started. Let me share a little bit of backstory. I was talking to one particular friend, and he mentioned that Nina seems like this person who knows everything, and you guys go to her with all your problems, and she immediately solves them. I seem like the person with all the problems, and I have no idea what I'm doing in my life. and and Sheena's just kind of hanging out and has a super easy, super calm life. And I was like, okay, you're not 1000% wrong, but there is so much more to us than maybe what is being portrayed on this podcast. So we're going to start with Sheen. We each asked our parents, our friends, and our husbands and our kids what they would say to describe us. So Sheen, let's start off with mom and dad. How did they describe you?
They said I'm a leader. I guess because I'm the eldest, they just feel like I'm kind of like the leader as far as making sure Nina's where she needs to be and doing what she needs to do, making sure that's where she needs to be, where she needs to, whatever she needs to do, but kind of like the middleman between you two dramatics and then them, and kind of like the calm in that storm. Like I'm like, I understand both sides and I can bring like a middle ground to it. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Neen, what did mom and dad say about you?
They said that I try to do too much and I need to sit still and I need to just focus on one thing and not so many things. And I mean, I'm just going to take that as a compliment. That's all.
I think that's fair. I mean, if you want to take it as a compliment, that you do you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
your personality, and that's
I
fine.
know. I mean, literally, like that's mom, and I do what
Mm-hmm.
mom did, and she's like, "No, why are you doing all this?" I'm like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
What is happening here?" Oh, whatever. I give
I
up.
know. That is true. When I asked mom and dad, they said that I'm the baby. I am forever the baby. Like, come on.
I know.
You are.
I know, but even then I was like, but mom, I'm a judge. I have three kids, all of the things I've done. And she's like, no, but you're still the baby. So I think that in their minds, there's this like little bubble over me, and they're gonna try not to puncture it or let any of the bad come my way because I'm the baby. They'll go to you two to fix my problems
Yeah.
before they tell me to fix my problems.
Yeah.
It's funny because like randomly mom will be like, come on, grow up. Like, you can do this stuff and you can figure this out. But then, like, immediately she'll do it for me. So it's like, I don't even get the opportunity because, again, I'm the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about
Tell
right.
us about it. We've seen it over and over. Like, okay.
Okay, so let's go to the husbands. I'm going to start with my husband only because I asked, my friends, my kids, all of the people, and they had so much to say about me. And then I go, Such, can you describe me? And he goes, dramatic.
Mm.
Oh, like straight,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with that one.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
I think
Thanks,
that's for
guys.
sure.
I think you're just like overly emotional about everything. There's like no emotional
Yeah.
regulation, right? You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
He's
either
like,
so happy or like so stressed out or
Yeah, I asked him to expand and he said I'm overreactive.
yeah,
That's what he said. Like I
Yeah.
just overreact about everything.
yeah, good and bad. Like,
Yeah, good and bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like literally, Callan called me from his infusion, and I was like, "Oh my God, how did it go? Tell me everything." And he's like, "Why are you so excited?" I'm like, "Forget you, bye."
He's like, I'm like 2 years in, like,
He's like,
whatever, dude.
it's fine. It was fine. Every other
I have nothing
same
to
one.
give you on this. Sheen, how did Sammy describe you?
He's the funny thing is, I texted him. I was like, describe me. He's like, is this text for me? I was like, yeah, give me a description, bro. He's like, creative genius. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's what he said. And
That's
then
the Sammy
I was like, do
answer.
you want to elaborate? He's like, no. I'm like, great, great chat. Thanks. Bye.
Got what I need from you.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Done with that.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Neen did Neil.
anticlimactic.
Oh, he also knows your time is valuable, so he's probably and his time is valuable.
Yeah,
So he's like, all right, anything else? Come on, let's go.
yeah. He's
I
like,
gotta
"Next."
record a podcast.
Yeah. Seriously. You know, he's so annoying because I have this setup because they made us put this whole setup together. He will take all my stuff and put it in his office for his podcast and then leave it all there. And I'm like, excuse me. And then he'll
Just
like,
go
so-
there and use it at this point.
You
so
should
then
just.
I
you guys should
ordered a
have the same
whole
setup.
other set and he took that set to work. And I'm like, this isn't working for me. I was like, you're in my space and I just like purposely made my own space so you do you and I'm gonna do me. And he's like, but your stuff is just better. I'm like, I know.
I know, thank you.
So,
Okay, Neen, how did Neil describe you?
his word for me was hardworking. So I'll take it.
Yeah, seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, I know.
Hardworking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take it. But I think also a little bit of dips word goes with you too.
Dramatic.
Stubborn, dramatic.
All of them. All the things. All the
First
things.
of all, hold
all
on,
the things.
time out. This is like a vague trait. I don't know why you're singling us out. You as bad as we are, okay? Don't even try to act like you're not stubborn or
I'm definitely stubborn. Oh, 100%.
100%.
Stubborn.
we're all
I'd probably
100%
say
stubborn.
100% stubborn. That's a
Yeah.
100% of a trade.
100%.
But dramatic, I don't think I'm dramatic.
I don't know, Dip. What do you think?
I don't know if she's dramatic or if she's because there's like to be dramatic, I feel like you have to care, like overly care. And she's just so like, dude, if it doesn't directly involve me and like my direct people, I literally don't give a
Oh my Lord. Believe. Believe.
DGAF.
Oh my God. Oh, Bhagwan. Got
Um,
like
Yeah.
PG.
Potty mouth.
I
Control
think
thyself.
in terms of dramatic, it's Dip, then Nina, then me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
stubborn
you're
all
right. I
across
don't
the
know
board.
that I would use the word dramatic to describe Sheen.
I think I only also get dramatic, like the most drama comes out of me when I'm raging, like in anger. I don't have like the happy part,
Yeah, agree.
right? Like I'm not like
100%.
"Ah," no.
Yeah.
Like I
Agree.
don't
100%.
tell
100%.
me
100.
about confusion. No, I don't do that.
No, that's 100%
Right?
accurate.
It's just like when the fire's coming out of the ears and like I'm roaring. That's the veins coming
Yeah.
out,
Yeah, I agree.
and we all have it. The kids
I
have
know.
called you out on it, Sheen.
Oh, I'm Cyan. 99% of his comments to me is like, "Why are you raging? Stop raging, raging." I'm like, "What's raging?"
Or
And then-
or he describes all of us as having bathed violence.
Yeah.
or crashing out.
Or
Oh
crashing
yeah,
out.
Naya uses that too now.
He says it all the time. He's like,
Great.
one time I like was so mad at him on his study habits. I was like testing him on his laptop and I'm like testing him. He knows nothing that he's supposed to know for the next day's test. And I got so mad. I took his laptop and I was like, I don't understand what you're doing with this thing. And I smashed it on the chair. Not hard. Not, I didn't think it was hard, but the angle that it like smashed on the chair, and it's a fabric chair, by the way, the whole thing broke. Like the screen cracked. I had to go get a whole new laptop and Zion was livid. He's like, Dad, Mom just crashed out and broke my laptop. I was like, oh my God. That is the Vade violence. I literally still have that laptop upstairs and I'm like, the whole screen's
We
cracked.
should
And
actually put it in a frame in the hallway.
Sean and Shaylin are like,
Mess with me and this shall happen.
They were like, what are you doing? It's when Cyan and I are at it, everybody just stays out of our way. Like
Like
nobody
we
comes
gotta go get coffee.
nobody comes near us. It's just like Sammy will address it 2 hours later. He's like, Cy, you good? He's like, I'm fine, but your wife is a different story.
Oh my God. So
Yeah.
clearly, Cyan would describe you as psychotic.
Yeah. He just thinks 99% of my life is just crashing out,
Oh my
as
God,
the
that
kids
is
call it.
too good.
Yeah. It's the Vade
How
violence. It's
how
the
do the
Vade.
twins describe you?
You know, they don't bring that side out of me as much as he does, like as much as Cyan
Because he brings
does.
all of that side out of you. You have
Because
Yeah.
nothing
he
left to
bring
give
like
them.
I'm exactly.
There's
He
nothing
takes
left.
every part of my crash out, and then I've just only love left for the other two.
Oh my
That's so
God.
mean.
No,
He's so mean.
but
But you
it's
also love him as hard. That's the other
but
problem.
the biggest problem is that he is literally me. So
Yeah.
it's like me fighting with myself all day long. And I'm just like, this is my karma. This is what I get. This is what I get for being like this my entire childhood. I just get another one coming at me like a lunatic. And I'm like, it's my karma. I call him my karma.
Yeah, I'm 100% on board with that. I'm so happy.
wrong
I'm
with
gonna
us?
Neen, how do the girls describe you?
They
Since we have
describe
like
me as the best mommy ever.
totally.
That's what they said. You're so
crickets,
mean.
crickets.
You know, it's good like when you're coming back from vacation and then you ask them and they miss you so much.
Yeah, because they got in trouble all weekend. They're like, Mama.
Don't
I
ever
know.
leave me ever again.
I mean, totally like next episode podcast. But so we all grew up vegetarian, and
Oh,
I am married to a non-vegetarian, and I'm okay with it. It's been like what it will be 18 years married on Sunday. And I guess so. We have this new routine where the girls, all three girls, make their lunch boxes the night before so that the morning is just a little less chaotic. So I guess yesterday or while we were away, it was Naya's turn, and she starts making her turkey sandwich, and
Nani
Nani
lost her shit.
lost her mind. It's like, do you know what you're eating? Are there no? Oh my God. So
that's definitely an entire podcast episode
yeah,
to be
yeah.
had.
So they're texting me like Nani's yelling at us. We can't make our sandwiches. Just buy school lunch. Just buy school lunch. Let it go. When we came back, they were like, "You're the best mommy ever." I'm like, "I can't."
So, okay, let's say you didn't go on vacation and this is just a normal Wednesday.
Okay, fine.
How would the girls describe you? And
So,
I
okay.
can pretty much tell you what
Okay,
they're gonna say.
hyper is one word. And then like overly obsessed with us putting our things away all the time. They would probably call me the phone police because I hate phones.
I think that equally describes all of us. Hyper, because
I don't think
also
Sheena's hyper. I don't think Sheena
No?
gets hyper. Like,
Also not a phone
okay, so to
police.
me,
oh
if,
yeah, you're not a phone
if we're
police.
not
That's true.
early,
I
we're
do
late.
hate screens though.
Yeah, but okay, so for me, if we're not early, we're late, right? Or if we're not at least on time, we're late. And no, hold on. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Meanwhile, getting on this thing, nobody gave me an exact time. And so I was in the shower and Sheena called me three times back to back. And I'm like, you know, that's for emergencies only.
It is an emergency.
I'm not going to make it.
Okay.
So when we all have to go as a unit of 5 somewhere, okay, it's not me. And so I'll be screaming bloody murder at everybody because nobody's like acting with a sense of urgency.
Are you acting with a sense of urgency?
I'm usually ready, standing there, or trying to get all their shit together so that we can get out of the door. And it's just all, I don't know.
I
If
have
we're all just
I
a hot
have-
mess, or if we just can't, like, you know?
I have an opinion on that. A
Yeah.
small one. I think it's a lack of organization.
It's a lack of planning. It's a lack of planning because
I think they go hand in hand.
Yeah. I think I agree. I'm just going to give an example of just this past weekend. We all had to be at mom's house at 3:00.
Mhm.
This girl shows up at
4.
4:30.
No,
Hold
I
on,
was there at
hold on.
4 and Neil came at 5:15.
Yes. Okay, fine. So she comes at 4, Neil comes at 5:15. Usually the kids are always communicating, like, okay, you guys on your way, whatever, like through text. And at 3 o'clock, Nina's like, Neva has not eaten lunch.
She was in the shower.
And I'm just like, what?
No, but here's my defense. Here's my defense. I told them all day. I was like, shower in the morning because we have to leave and be at Nani's at 3. All day I'm giving them this lecture, okay? And then at like 1, I was like, eat some lunch because you're not going to get food till dinner. All day I'm giving this lecture, but nobody listening. So what do you
But
want me to do?
in that moment, you should have been like, let's go. You're not getting lunch. Again, like organization planning,
Yes.
like maybe I should have thought of this too, but like in life, Nina's because she has 3 girls and I've seen this over and over again, it's a lot more chaotic to get ready, not to eat and do all of that, just to get ready. Like somebody's always complaining about hair or shoes or a tank top or whatever. Somebody's always complaining about something. So it's just chaotic to get ready. So essentially, it's hard for Nina to do anything else. Like, for example, Nina said, I'll pick up the cake. Where in hindsight, she should have been like, you pick up the cake. I will just barely get there on time. But
I'll show up with a couple of humans with me.
as per usual, Nina's like, I got it all under control. And then she doesn't because she over
Commits.
commits. Exactly. That's the word.
I think that if you were not everything to everyone at all times, you would have more time to plan and to organize and to get the kids settled and ready and be out the door when you need to be out the door. Like,
Yeah.
this is a perfect example of you did not have to get the cake. You did not have to
I didn't get the
feed-
cake. Neil,
But
whatever
Neil
it
went.
is.
Neil went. Essentially, you could have been like, we can't do it. I can't like physically do it. So then that's why Neil was like so late. So essentially, you should have been like, Sheen, you grab the cake, or Dip, you grab the cake because you guys are already there at 3 o'clock, not
Yeah.
trying to leave at 4 o'clock to get the cake. You need to just not take everything onto your platter, I think. Delegate, girl. That's what I do. That's how I move on in life. I'm like, you do
Real
this,
girl.
you do this, you do this.
I don't even know where we were
That
in
was
this
a
conversation.
giant tangent, but we were talking about how we did husbands and parents.
The kids. So
hyper. We were talking about being hyper.
yeah, which my kids also describe me as, which is super annoying. But Diab said I'm overly affectionate, which I mean, I agree. I literally smother them all day long, every day. And then Zuri said that I'm nice and calm, which I was like, oh.
Probably hyper.
I was gonna say maybe compared to her.
First she said peaceful, and I'm like, do you know what that means? And she's like,
No.
yeah, nice and calm. I'm like, I'm gonna take it from you. I love this. I have one person on my side. And then Callan said strict. That's it.
Callan said
Strict. Yeah. But I'm also very strict with him, so I can understand because he also has a lot of stuff going on. So, like, things he doesn't necessarily want to do, he still has to do. Like, for example, go to an infusion or go to therapy. So I'm always having to push him, like, go.
Yeah.
Did you guys ask your friends?
I asked my childhood friend.
What did you, Sheen?
Mhm.
Me too. Okay, I'll start. Because my childhood friend said the most beautiful thing ever. I asked my childhood friend, and she said, family oriented. No matter where in life or how busy you are, family has continued to be the center of your universe. It's like, that is so nice, because I also just left her 40th birthday early because I had to be at mom's dinner.
That makes sense.
And that's usually the story of my life, having to leave or not being able to come because one of the nieces and nephews are having a birthday or we're all getting together. And yeah.
Nina has a whole essay, so maybe I should go.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, put that into one word.
And the word was da bomb. Okay, that's 2 words, but we just made it 1 word with a hyphen. Okay, go, Sheen.
Okay. Mine friends said 2 things, okay? The first one was, you are a have to get to know her to love her kind of person. I was like, hey, Because I come off very cold, like RBF. I'm not like a warm welcomer. Like, be my friend. I love you so much. I'm just like, do I have to talk to you right now? So it's like a slow build. Like you have to really invest your time and energy to be able to be close. But once you're there, I'm loyal and there for them. So that was nice. That was good.
That is nice.
And the other one said, "You are just a great time."
Are
Happy,
you now?
always happy to be around, always love to have a good time, just chill, like no drama, just like, go with the flow. I feel like that's kind of like my personality, go with the flow kind of thing, unless it's like cyan, but whatever, that's a different thing. But that's the feedback I got. But the amount of times, like, this is just a friend, but the amount of times I get the RBF comment is so interesting because I don't feel like I'm like that. Do you think I'm like that? Like, I feel like I'm very friendly, but maybe I'm not. Like, it's just like a slow build.
Maybe
Like,
it's
like,
not that you're not friendly. I think you're just not approachable. I mean, my friends have said that about you their whole lives, my whole life.
that's mean.
It's not mean. It's just that you don't have this like
You're
you
not
won't
me.
make no mean.
I
Wait,
feel like I am.
you
No?
I think that again, like when my friends knew you when we were all younger, like they all didn't think that you were this super friendly, let's be friends with Sheena all the time. Like you have to know that about yourself.
Maybe I am. Well, I mean, it's just I don't think that about myself, but maybe like I know, like, especially this one friend of mine from soccer, she's like, when I saw you on the soccer field at first, it was almost like, oh, like another mom, like I could be friendly, but you would like it'd be like all the soccer parents, and then you'd be over here on your phone, just like avoiding eye contact because you don't want to talk to anybody. Like, that sounds about right. Like, I don't love to like talk to people I don't necessarily know.
Well, that's the whole approachability,
I
isn't
Yeah,
know.
it?
you're not
That's so
approachable.
rude.
It's not rude. It's just that you're just
That's how
it's
it
not a
is.
bad thing to not be approachable. Like maybe you
Isn't
just
it though? Isn't it though? Like, if someone was like on the street and needed help, they'd be like, I'm not asking that one.
yeah. Yeah.
They're not asking you. Because when the lady with the dog asked you,
You're like, peace out,
Yeah.
homegirl.
I was like, call this one. Oh my God, you're right. I know.
oh Lord. I think you're just like you're all in for the people that you have determined are your people, and then
Yeah.
everybody else is just in the universe doing their thing.
Do you guys get like that where like you're like that, like where you're all in for your people, but then everybody else is just like you could give AF, or you're just all in for everybody as a kind human being?
I think I'm a kind human being, but I think it goes with my profession. Like I'll
Mm.
have a lot of people text me for advice or how to get through different paths in nursing or whatever it may be. I'll help. I'll help whoever I can.
Oh my God, because you're approachable.
I'm approachable.
I also think that I will go all in for everybody. I mean, again, I'm not, and when I mean all in, like I'm emotionally invested in whatever like relationship or connection we're having in that moment. I'm not going to spend all my time nurturing it, but in that moment, yeah, I will give it, I'll give it my all. She-
Okay.
it's okay. We're all
Nina?
different.
But I swear I'm so nice. I'm nice.
But that's what your friend said. You got to get to know her. And once you
Gotta
do,
get to know
Once
her
you
to
do.
love her.
then you get the
Yeah.
real you. So it's all
I
good.
know.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine.
Neen, what did your friend say about
Should
you?
I read the essay?
No.
Damn it.
Read snippets. Read snippets.
Read like 2 of those 8 texts.
Okay. So
Pick
first
your
I'm gonna
favorite
do
2.
my childhood friend who I've known since middle school, elementary, basically when we moved to New Jersey, whenever that was. So she said, okay, I loved seeing you grow up. She said,
Nope, you're
smart and hardworking, and then gave a whole example of why. And then ahead of the game and not afraid to gatekeep. You were the first person who learned how to do a proper blowout with my hair dryer and a round brush and taught me. It's like, oh, always
And
happy
us
and fun
too.
to be around. And then had such a fun family life, always included others. Creative and not afraid of pushing boundaries. Everyone bought their own senior prom dress, but not you. You designed your own from scratch and it came out beautiful. And then so many good memories. Let me know if you need more. Then I asked my now friends, and their one words were, she goes, one word, I have a sentence. Thoughtful, spirited, giddy, loving, positive, empathetic, warm, welcoming, loving, the best, lovable, kind, family, affectionate, warm-hearted. This is a fun exercise.
So nice. In all.
I'm the bomb.
She forgot the bat. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
My
sweet.
my adulthood friends said that I always make them feel special, which is again the same conversation that we've been having, is that like everything is a big deal and everything is, I'm going to react to everything.
Yeah.
It's just who I am. But they said, yeah, they were like, whenever we're down, we know that we can always go to you and you're going to lift us up and you're always there. You're always going to say yes. And so I was good with that. But I think the honest exercise that we should have right now is how we would describe each other, because I think there is no better critic than your freaking sisters.
Word. Oh my God. I kind of don't want to know, but okay, fine.
we did do this. Do you remember at my birthday last year, we went to Philly and one of our friends did this game. And the game was like, from the people on this table, who would you X? And do you remember she asked,
No, how would Dip prioritize these things?
no, it wasn't that. It was like, if you had to be on a deserted island with two of the people on this
Yeah.
table, which two would you pick? So everybody went around the table and they picked their two people and nobody picked Sheena. And Sheena was
I wasn't there.
devastated.
You were there.
I wasn't there.
You were there.
I wasn't there.
Even my husband didn't pick me.
This was, first of all, this was Thanksgiving when we were away.
No, it was Dip's birthday
in
with that Indian
Philadelphia.
restaurant in the back corner, remember? We
It
were
with
all
Radha
the way
and Neil.
in the
And
back.
Radha had this. It was last year, Neen. It's really not that hard.
In Philly.
It's gone.
The Indian
It's gone. It
restaurant
fell out,
back
guys.
corner.
It fell out.
Good, because
Anyway.
your sister wasn't picked and you were just as offended as she was.
Yeah. It wasn't, you were just as offended. We all died laughing because it was really a funny, it was meant to be a funny exercise. And like, people had picked like, I would pick this person because they're most likely to know how to start a fire, and this person because they'll just make me laugh all day long. So like Sachin was picked a lot. And like Sheena wasn't. And Sheena was.
And Nina said,
so
don't
sad.
worry, Sheen, I'll pick you.
Next time.
I said
No.
next time?
No, you said, I'll take you. See? The empathetic
I'll
one,
take
not
you
like
with
you.
me. Don't worry.
I
We'll get
know.
blinged out and just roam around.
Yeah,
Solve
you know
the
what?
world's
No
problems.
diamonds for you.
I don't even remember who I picked.
I don't
You
even
picked
remember the
Sachin.
dinner, so don't worry about it.
I think I picked Such and somebody else. I just don't know who it was.
You picked
Who else was there?
Sachin.
It was us six and then Neil and Radha.
Oh, so you
I
probably
think you
Neil.
picked Such and Neil because of the resources Neil would have brought to the island.
Nina's
Like
Neil?
knowledge. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems like the right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that seems right.
You're really not trying to have fun. You're just trying to...
I'm just trying to survive. Okay, so Sheen, if you had to describe me and Nina, how would you describe us? If it's not different from what you've already heard.
I think I'd stick to dramatic for you, 100%. Maybe a little entitled. being the baby. You wanted honesty, bro.
I mean, that's not too far off. Because, okay, so Sheena, side tangent, shocker. So Sheena and I had this whole conversation about how when we were younger, Dip would just like she had no responsibilities, right? Like for the store, or like doing anything. So one time mom, I think, told her, you have to stay at the store. I have to go step out for an errand or something. And then Dippo decides that she's going to go next door because we were on Oak Tree to go get her arms waxed or something, like during this shift. Comes back, and mom's like, "You're fired. You're never allowed to do this again." So
Did that
it's just one of
happen?
those like, I feel like sometimes you're just like
Aloof?
aloof. Yes.
Hmm. Interesting. I don't remember that ever happening.
Oh
The
my
funny
God, we
thing
all
is
remember
that
it happening. It's like
the funny thing
can't
is
say
that you
anything.
guys told me in Mexico City that like growing up, mom and dad wouldn't tell me like all this serious stuff, right? Like the
Yeah.
things going on with the business and like or like just scary things that would happen in the store and things like that. And so like I never knew that any of this happened. But then, like, on the flip side of that, I would be so upset that, like, even when Sheena was 30, she was running the store by herself.
Yeah.
When I was 30, mom wouldn't let me even watch the store by myself. So,
Yeah.
like,
You like
dude, we're
never
the
knew
same
you never knew
age.
the alarm code or anything, I
Yeah.
think.
Nothing. So,
Yeah.
like, to me, it was like offensive. But then, like, I guess to you guys, it was like, oh, she's so sheltered.
Or aloof.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just
or,
don't
yeah.
think you ever, because you were the youngest, you never really like took on that responsibility or um, like even just mindfulness of how a business is run or how mom and dad are doing it or like
Yeah.
watching like okay this if they're at the store by themselves they're not just walking out the door leaving the staff there by themselves like you
Yeah.
were never aware of those things because you never really
We're
just took
handed that
notice of them.
responsibility. Yeah.
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 Whereas like Nina and I would have to do it all the time. So we were always watching and we're like, how are they doing it? What are they doing? What are they saying to the customers? We have to say the same thing. How are they
Yeah.
showing good, jewelry to these customers? We have to like kind of follow that.
Yeah.
But you never really even had a chance to have that kind of responsibility. So it was never an option for you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for you it was
Well,
more just fun. Like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
take this today and I'll take that today and
Yeah.
right? And so like
Yeah.
that's
Or
like
like,
carried into now. And
yeah.
so we'll go to
Or like,
Sheena and be like,
yeah.
I'll take this today and I'll take this.
well, I've never taken shit from Sheena. It's always you.
God,
Yeah, right.
man.
Both.
So funny.
But yeah, like same. So that's for Nina. I would describe her as a lack of time management.
Mm.
Mm.
That's where in general, like time management is where I see the chaos in her.
It's because I think I take on too many things at the same time, all
Yeah,
simultaneously.
but that's again time management, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
knowing how much to do and how little to do and how to like. But I think
Yeah.
that's just part of your personality
Yeah.
too. Like I have so much time management that I feel like anybody who doesn't, I feel like what is happening, like
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
also, it's also a direct result of my surroundings. Like Sammy's like that too. Now the boys have become like that, and I have boys, so they're just like, it's 5:55 and we need to leave at 6. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't have a buffer of like 5 minutes, so like I know I need this much time to get this much done, and I get it done, kind of thing.
Okay, fair. Neen, how would you describe us two?
I would describe Dip as the baby of the family, but
Yeah, I
trying to
mean
get
it's
there. Yeah, I get it. I don't think you'll ever grow
Not
up
be,
like to
yeah.
us. Like you'll always be the baby
Mm.
of the family. And I think that I would describe Sheen as strong, good time. A strong person and a good time.
Mm.
Guys, I'm just trying to live my
Because
life.
because she has this like we literally just had this conversation in the car the other day. She has this unfiltered, jolly way of just saying things to people that even if they're offensive, they're not offended. And when I say it, I look like I'm batshit crazy. She's like, you just don't know how to say it softly to mom. I'm like,
It's the delivery. I say
who
that all the
and I
time.
are the
Yeah, it
same
is.
person. I don't understand.
I know.
I literally my word for you was going to be like very direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there
I have
is
no
no
fluff. I have
filter,
no
no
fluff.
fluff.
No
Yeah.
fluff.
But I think it's a matter, like, this is what Nina and I are talking about. It's just a matter of delivery. Like, again, like Nina said, me and her say the same things to mom. Like, it's just a matter of like delivery. And I think mom is really good at that.
Yeah.
Mom is really good at delivery. Even if it's something like mean, you're just like, jeez, but okay.
Wait, I also want to add that Sheena's stubborn. It's not just all good. It's stubborn.
Yeah. I'm very stubborn.
Stubborn. Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Thanks,
think
Neen.
I think Sheena is directly opposite of me in terms of her emotional investment in like things that are not directly impacting her, in that she is I'm trying to put this very nicely.
Yeah, try harder.
I think, okay, I'll just give an example. I think I will change my life, my schedule, my everything if I know that the boys are coming to South Jersey, because I know that they enjoy being here. We all like love being together. Now, if I want to go ask Sheena to watch my kids, it's like she's not going to do that. So I need to tell her months in advance, and even like days before. She'll be like, well, what is the exact schedule? What is happening? What am I doing with your kids? And how long are they going to be here? And how long are you going to be here? So it's like, maybe it's that, and my initial word was going to be inflexible, but it was more like, not in a mean way. It's that you are very stringent with your
Regimented. She's very
time, and
regimented.
very regimented, and it's very hard for you to come out of that. So there is no wiggle room to move around your schedule or your plans
Yeah.
or the
But this is
intent
why
you
she
have for
gets
your
everything
day.
done on time and shows up at mom's at 3 o'clock, and I show up at 4 o'clock because I'm like, sure, bring them all
You've
before we're
also
gonna go.
somehow found friends that are very similar too, right? Like you guys have a regimented dinner schedule and you have a regimented meeting up schedule. And so everybody shows up on those days. And then if it's not those days, then you will not go.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
think
nice.
I'm more, or probably the most like planner type
Yeah.
person out of the three of us. Like, I'm a planner. I like to know what I'm
Yeah.
doing when I'm doing it. Also because I have like 8,000 moving parts with the boys, and I can't just be like, okay, I'll take 3 kids and figure it out. Like, it's not, my brain's not wired that way anymore.
Yeah.
But I think when the boys come to you, it's different because they don't, they're essentially watching your kids. So it's like you don't have to worry about the chaos of 3 additional kids. You're just still living in your same chaos. Does that
Yeah,
make
they don't
sense?
bring any
They don't bring
additional
right.
chaos.
They don't bring
Yeah.
any new
Yeah.
chaos to the team.
Yeah.
So that's why I
I
think
mean,
it's different.
we enjoy it so much, and they
Yeah.
don't really look after my kids, but and it's not in a bad way. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're kids
Yeah.
themselves. But I think it's just I think I enjoy having conversations with them like conversations I can't have with my own kids,
Yeah.
or like actually just spending quality time together instead of having to have to look after them.
Yeah.
You know, like they can shower and eat and do whatever they need to do on their own. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I appreciate about having all the older kids. Like any opportunity I get to have any of your kids, I'm like, bring it on.
Because you can't.
Whereas you guys are like, any opportunity, you're like, no, I have to be in London tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, what?
All
And
of a
I'm
sudden, I'm
booking it
flying
right
out.
now, actually.
You guys, when all your guys' kids go to college, I'm gonna be like, you know what? No, my kids can't come over.
It's okay. I'll be traveling.
I'll be
right.
bartending.
Yeah, totally.
Wait, you didn't describe
So,
me.
I did describe you. I said direct,
Oh yeah. No fluff.
unfiltered,
Oh yeah,
no fluff.
yeah.
All right. So, guys, there you have it. A little ego bruising, a lot of laughter, and maybe a few truth bombs that we didn't really expect. But a huge thanks to our friends for saying it like it is, for loving us even when we are our crazy, chaotic, apparently very kind selves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got any thoughts on who you think we are or who we sound like, DM us, email us, shout us out on Insta, whatever you need to do. Let us know. We love hearing from you guys. And we will see you next week. As always, thanks for listening. With love, S&D.
Bye.
Bye.